Good day, students. In the previous class, we learnt about wastewater, sewage and sewage treatment. In today's class, we will learn more about cleaning of polluted water in wastewater treatment plants. Cleaning of wastewater or treatment of wastewater involves physical, chemical and biological processes which helps to remove physical, chemical and biological matter that contaminates or pollutes the wastewater. There are four main steps in cleaning of wastewater. First step is wastewater is passed through bar screens and large number of objects like rags, cans, napkins, plastics are removed as you can see in the image. In the second step, water goes to the sand removal tank and the speed of the incoming wastewater is decreased so that the particles like dust, sand, pebbles are allowed to settle down. After that, water is allowed to settle in a large tank so that solid waste settles at the bottom. This solid waste which settles at the bottom is called sludge, and sludge is removed with a scraper. You must have seen your mother using spoon for removing the fried chips from the oil. Similarly, skimmer is used to remove the floatable solids like oil, grease, etc. Now this water is called clarified water. The sludge which is produced is transferred to the separate tank where it is decomposed by anaerobic bacteria. The biogas which is produced in this process can be used as a fuel or can be used to produce electricity. In the last step, air is pumped into the clarified water to help aerobic bacteria to grow. Bacteria consume human waste, food waste, soaps and other unwanted matters which is still remaining in the clarified water. After several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom of the tank as activated sludge, and the water is then removed from the top by sand drying beds or machines. The dried sludge is used as manure, returning organic matter and nutrients to the soil. The treated water has a very low level of organic and suspended matter which is discharged into sea, river or into underground. Waste generation is a natural part of a human activity, but we can limit the type of waste and quantity of a waste that is produced. Often we have been repelled by the offensive smell of the open drainages on the road. The situation becomes worse in a rainy season when rain starts overflowing. Most unhygienic and unsanitary conditions prevail when mosquitoes, flies and other insects breed in it. You can be a responsible citizen and approach the municipality or Gram Panchayat. You can insist them that the open drains are to be covered. If the sewage of any particular house makes the neighborhood dirty, you should request them to be more considerate about others' health. One of the ways to minimize or eliminate waste and pollutants at their source is to see that they are releasing down the drain. Cooking oil and fats should not be thrown down the drain. They can burden and block the pipes. In an open drain, the fats clog the soil pores, reducing its effectiveness in filtering water. Throw oil and fats in the dustbin. Chemicals like paints, solvents, insecticides, motor oil, medicines may kill microbes that further purify water, so do not throw them down the drain. Used tea leaves, solid food remains, soft toys, cottons, sanitary towels should also be thrown in the dustbin. These wastes chokes the drain. They do not allow free flow of oxygen. This hampers the degradation process. Let us quickly revise what we did in today's class. We learned different steps of cleaning of water in water treatment plants. We also learned about better housekeeping practices so that there should be less wastage of water. I hope, dear students, you have got a clear idea of the topics which I have covered today. This brings us to the end of the chapter. If you have any difficulties, then you may contact me. Thank you.